Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. So big up, big down, big confusion, still in between the moving averages here on the daily, bouncing between the levels we looked at yesterday. This is a clear sign of stay away. Don't even bother jumping into it. If you look at the 3 hour, you can see we sort of hovered around the 155. Remember, the 155 is always something that you want price to recapture and start building a base off, and that would indicate the trend for you. But at the moment, we are clearly in some form of a wedge, and this is a bounce or a rejection off the top of the wedge. Was a little bit of a gap here that we bounced off as well. Oscillators have now pointing to the downside. They are separating apart, and remember, when they separate and cross over far apart, it typically gives some kind of an explosive move. But for me at the moment, the rejection sort of like going nowhere, and then this break below the structure, and there's a big bit of structure here at 155.78. So if you look there, you'll see fairly strong bit of structure here, but now we're back at the 155 on the hour. So oscillators also starting to grip the downside. So again, same as the Dow, mixed signals on the upper time, on the higher time frames and the lower time frames. Really a scalping market. It's not a trading market. It's not a sort of day trading market where you're looking for things to go in one direction, because they do go in one direction for the day, but they don't really bounce off any structure. If you look at most of from the 25th of January here, there's been no real structure. Massive gaps down, and then all of a sudden a rally, and so volatility is massive, and that also just plays with your mind. So often what happens is you get frustrated and you think, oh, I need to trade, and the more you think like that, the more you start taking stupid decisions and start losing money. And that's exactly what the smart money is doing right now, is they're not getting it going in a direction, so they need to make money. So how do they do it? Trap the retail trader, because trap a couple of 100,000, couple of million retail traders, and you're going to get a situation where you make money. So that's kind of what you need to look at. These guys are out to get you. If sounds ominous, but that is the reality of the game. They really don't care who you are. They're just looking for your money, and this is it's kind of a win-loss game. I mean, you can make money, you can lose money. So somebody's always making money and somebody's always losing money. And our goal is to be the one that doesn't lose money. So this level here is probably the key at the moment, but I don't like the way the moving averages are still pointing up, oscillators coming down to the downside. So we could be in a situation looking for structure to bounce off, to continue, and that's going to be roughly where we are now. So I would be interested to see what happens during the European Open. If we can hold this area here, so in other words, I'm looking for, if we get down to 15 minutes, I'd be looking for some form of support here. But again, on the 15-minute, we've got a crossover, and this is the Facebook results that came out that drove us down. So we'll take that out the picture. We would have probably just gone sideways and closed here above the 155 on the 50-minute. But we're back below it. So if we can't get back above 50, let's just make this a little bit more structured. So if we can't get above 15,600, and we kind of reject this area, then I expect us falling to the bottom of the wedge, which is going to be somewhere down here at 15,435. If we form a double bottom here off the structure, which is also possible, you can see there's quite a bit of support here at 15,533, then I suspect we'll probably come back up to test this area here at 15,600. So that's kind of the range of play that I see today, which is only 74 points. It's not even worth getting out of bed for. So I'm kind of sit on hands. I'm not really interested in this. We'll wait for some better confirmation before starting to jump into this, because big time frame is looking like a wedge. Smaller time frame does look like a potential retest of a trend line of a 155 for a build higher, but the rest of the markets are not giving any signals that are saying that that's going to happen. So 50-50, I'm afraid. You might as well just flip a coin. So I'll keep my money in my pocket. I hope it helps you, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.